It is my goal to convince you by the end of this video that the Egg of Kellos has a meta-relevant deck, and I am here to tell you that that meta-relevant deck is Egg Warlock. Somebody sent me a list from a Chinese streamer the other day, and I have been absolutely running wild with this deck to where I have made the goal of trying to hit top 1000 with this deck. I am not here to say in this video that I have done it yet, but we have a very impressive win rate that I must show you. And the primary reason why I am even doing this challenge to begin with is because I want to prove that the Egg of Kellos actually is a good card within the mini set. Because yes, there are a lot of bad cards that are in Ungoro 2, but I really don't believe that the Egg is one of them, especially with the potential of what is going on with Egg Warlock. Somebody sent me this video a couple of days ago showing me LVGE from the Chinese streamers that they were climbing top 10 legend with Egg Warlock, and this is just the absolute potential of this deck and why I believe that it has some meta relevance, because if any class is going to be able to take advantage of the eggs, it is definitely either going to be Warlock or Death Knight because of the card Eternal Layover. Eternal Layover is the perfect card to support this deck because if you have the egg, like you can clearly see right here, that's on the last stage of being hatched, then you can use the Eternal Layover to give yourself the 20/20, and then you can bring back that last stage of the egg as a 0/1, and it's very easy to get that extra 20/20. And then you can pair that off with cards like Ultralisk Cavern, because you can clear the board while bringing up your own army of 20/20 minions. So someone sent me this deck, and I decided to try it myself, and I am currently sitting around 1600, almost around top 1500 with this deck ever since I started playing it around rank 2000, and I am currently sitting at a 34-19 win rate. Extremely good win rate, just solid 64%, and I want to show you guys why I believe that this deck actually has some potential. So let's go ahead and start talking about what I believe is the best egg deck in Hearthstone right now, Egg Warlock. So the first thing that we'll do is talk about the general game plan, and if you guys want to see any of these game plans in action, I have included so many games in this video that it's probably going to be an hour long if I am, spend enough time yapping about this deck, because this is currently my favorite deck to play in the format, and I just really love everything that this deck is about. So what is the game plan? The game plan is to play your Egg of Kellos as quickly as possible, but your turn 3 usually comes down to playing cards like Hellfire, Nidus Worm, Egg of Kellos, and Ultralisk Cavern. So the first question that I usually get when playing this deck is, how often do you just jam the egg as quickly as possible? And in order to answer this question, you have to ask yourself, how much time do you have in the matchup? Because this deck needs to survive first and then play the egg. But if you can easily just play egg and not worry about your health total, then just do this as quickly as possible. But if you're going up against a matchup where it is very important for you to remove board and to keep yourself alive, you might need to consider playing an Ultralisk Cavern on 3, so that way you can lay over on 4 and get rid of any board if that is going to be a problem with like rogues, for example, that play a bunch of tempo out of nowhere. You might need to play Elise on 4 in order to guarantee a turn 5. So if you're going to play your egg on turn 3, keep that in mind, because if you're going to play Elise on turn 4 and also do nothing, then you really need to ask yourself the question, what kind of location do you need? Are you going to go for the 5 meta location? And what happens if you miss it? So there's just a lot of little things with this deck that I really enjoy, but generally speaking, you want to just play the egg as quickly as possible, so that way you can play cards like Hellfire, Eat the Imp, Drain Soul, and Conflagrate to just pop the egg as quickly as possible. And something else that I have done several times is that you can actually pop the egg by turn 6 if you play a bunch of cards like Eat the Imp and Drain the Soul on the egg, and then you have your turn 6 being Conflagrate into Carnivorous Cubicle, then you can create a 20/20, and then Cube will spit out a 0/3 egg that'll summon yet another 20/20, and there's really not a lot of decks that can deal with both of those minions once they are fully on the field. So that is the one thing I really like about this deck. It's not about the first 20/20 that you play. It's about the several 20/20s that you play. It's the classic, I have one Yugi, but what will you do against 2? Like, when there's 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons on the field or 2 20/20s on the field, there's only so much certain decks can do in order to counteract that. And even if they deal with the egg, you have cards like like Endbringer Umbra in order to give yourself essentially a second wind, especially against decks like DK that have Corpse Explosion, and they might be able to Corpse Explosion the first wave of 2020s, but they probably aren't going to be able to Corpse Explosion their way out of the second wave. So that is one thing I really like about this deck, is that you have ways of being able to sustain yourself against aggro, and you have ways of being able to pressure your control matchups by just having an inevitable wave of 2020 minions. And then there's the other aspect of this deck, the cards that are supporting the Elise the Navigator, because I have played a version of this deck that didn't run Elise, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that version was pretty decent. I did have cards like Living Flame in order to just focus on drawing certain cards out of my deck as quickly as possible, because getting a Eat the Imp, getting Conflagrate, and Hellfire in some matchups is just exactly what you want. But I've got a philosophy with Elise. If you can put it in the deck, and if it doesn't feel like it's really slowing down the archetype, then you just gotta put it in here, because Elise is one of those cards that is very good for survivability. And against Rogue in particular, you really need 5 mana location with like 2/1 minions and like +2 attack every now and again to get rid of a board, or sometimes you just need 6 armor stacked 3 times throughout the game. It's just really dependent on the matchup, and that's why I love Elise, because 5 mana location is great on curve, but there's also 1 mana location that you can use to make extra copies of eggs. So it's just very dependent on the exact game and the game state that you are in order to get away with this, but Elise is just an absolute must in this deck. So because Elise is a must, we have to support it with cards like Carnivorous Cubicle, Umbra, Kerrigan, Ziliax, and Table Flip. Now, I've gotten a lot of questions about Kerrigan in particular, and Kerrigan is just a very good tool at just dealing damage onto the board, as well as giving you a hero power that can be pretty useful with cards like Eternal Layover. But Kerrigan is mostly just in here as an 8 mana card in order to support the Elise. One card I actually don't really like, and I would recommend changing, is actually the Eliza, because the idea with the Eliza is simple. You kill off the Eliza, now the egg can attack before you play spells onto it, just giving you another way of proccing it. But there's a couple of disadvantages with running Eliza. Number one, this card's just not that good in general. It's a 4 mana 4/3 and kind of has negative tempo attached to it. Number two, it is not the greatest when you are trying to get value from your Umbra, and there are some matchups where that can actually kind of matter. And then there's the third dyssynergy that I really don't like, where if you play Eliza and it dies, then suddenly your egg has 1 attack in the deck, and you can't use cards like Egg Bearer in order to draw the egg directly from the deck. So I just really don't like that dyssynergy, if I'm gonna be honest. I really don't like that. And if you don't like that yourself and want to try out something else, there's actually potential for Grifta. And the reason why Grifta matters is because you can get the 1 mana amulet, the Mind Control, and now you have 1 mana charge, essentially, that you can use alongside your Devolving Ooze, which is going to be a primary win condition of the deck. You have a bunch of 2020s, but the great thing about the Devolving Ooze is that you don't always need it like you did with other egg decks that were very dependent on getting Devolving Ooze value from like the hero power from Death Knight, for example. So there's a lot going on with this deck. I just love every single card that finds its way into here, except for the Eliza. The Eliza I could take or leave, but every other card in here, Table Flip, Ziliax, Kerrigan, Cube, Dark Morrow, everything just makes sense in this deck, and I have just had the most amount of fun in this format with Egg Warlock, so I had to share it with you all. And now the last piece of advice that I'll give you, the Mulligan. What exactly is the Mulligan of this deck? You want to keep your Egg Bearer and your Egg, obviously, to just play this card as quickly as possible. And if you do have the Egg, you can keep cards like Eat the Imp, Conflagrate, or maybe even Drain Soul, just ways of proccing the Egg. You can keep Hellfire in matchups like Aggro against like Rogue, where you really need to deal with their turn 3, turn 4 boards. You can keep Nidus Worm against a slower matchup where you just want to draw cards. Ultralisk Cavern and Elise are pretty much, you know, guaranteed keeps in almost every single matchup. So the most important keeps of this deck are your Egg Bearers, your Eggs, your Elise, and your Ultralisk Caverns. And if you already have Ultralisk Cavern, you could debatably keep Eternal Layover, but I would only do this in a matchup where you absolutely need to deal with early game tempo. But there you guys have it. That is going to be the Egg Warlock deck guide, and if you want more gameplay of this deck, there will be another video coming out just showing the potential of this deck and the absolute insane games that I had with this archetype against some very real meta competitive decks. So if you aren't convinced by the end of this video, there's going to be another one. So make sure you hit that sub button so that way I can continue to convince you on the fun decks in the game, because even though the mini set is not doing that well, there are some honest-to-God hitters in this meta. So thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown. Can't wait to share with you guys even more Egg Warlock action, and we'll see you all for the next video. If I was younger, I'd get an electrician apprenticeship. Dude, if I was younger, I would probably get into sound engineering. That sounds like a fun start. Hooking up audio boards, plugging in microphones, EQing noise levels. Starting to think that's what I need to start doing, you know? I gotta make that my main gig. Oh, what the hell? That's actually ridiculously not fair. Because now if I kill these things, they're gonna be, what, 5 1s? Oh my god. I can't kill them yet. If my next draw is exactly Caverns, then I could have done it, but my next draw was not exactly Caverns. So we'll just wait. Did I miss the combo while I was gone for 5 minutes? Yep. I went up against a druid that literally didn't do anything. So it was kind of easy pickings. So I can get rid of these minions with Hellfire. I might need to play Cursed Catacombs, trying to find another card to damage the egg. Thank you for the more value, sir. Oh, never mind. Now I don't have to play Catacombs. What a waste. I ain't wasting no eggs. I'm getting protein, bro. All right, there is a theoretical line of if I can get Conflagrate into second Conflagrate, then I can do this and get double 20/20 and have another egg that'll summon the 20/20. Like my next turn, if I don't draw a Conflagrate, is just gonna be this into this.
I have but little time.
Like I'm just talking about the best high roll though, and that's if I top deck Conflagrate. But I would also need to still hit the 3 and 14. Okay, so that's a pipe dream. I'll save this for if I need Umbra. I mean, there's also the argument of cube. I'd just still rather do this, I think. You know what? I'm gonna go for cube. Okay, we got a lease instead. Sure. I guess we can make the copy then, chat.
I remember this place well.
And if I miss, then oh, I could just crack it this way then. Bro, I missed.
Is close at hand.
Okay. You know, this is actually just wrong. I should have just gone with a double egg, and the reason why is that I'd have 2 of these, which means I have 2 of them in the Umbra. Which means when I play Umbra, I get immediate 20/20s, and I'm more likely to get eggs. Well, I mean, I guess I'm just more likely to get the 20/20s, but I'll still get eggs that I can crack as the game goes on. I don't think they'll wait, you want to nerf Elise? Elise is not getting nerfed. Like, there's no way you nerf the only good cards of this expansion. Oh, let's go. We got the cube! I think this guy's trying to figure out how he's gonna deal with all of this. I don't think he realizes it's just over. Corpus Explosion isn't anywhere near to the capability of dealing with 2020. Do we expect nerfs usually 1 week after the Master's Tour? It depends on when the last balance patch was, but yeah. Usually is like the week after, if not a week, if not another week.
You have become all life must end.
What a waste.
All eyes shall be opened.
Third DK in a row. Good. Let them come. I wonder if it's in that beta option mode, but there's no regular option. There is no regular option. And it's like the only other way to capture audio would be to do everything that's going through my headphones, which is not what I want because then music is not going to be spliced. So I quite literally can't do this. Like, I don't know, dude. You know someone might do? I might log out of OBS and log back in and see if that doesn't fix the issue. Maybe it's something stupid like that. I don't know. Yeah, we got Egg on 3. We also got Umbra. So we have a backup plan if things go south. Am I using Streamlabs OBS? No, I've been using regular OBS for the past, like, 3 years now. Yeah, I ditched Streamlabs OBS, like, years ago because it was pissing me off. The only good thing about original Streamlabs OBS is the fact that you could have your Twitch attached to the same program. You could have like your chat scrolling on the same thing that you use in order to mess around with the scenes. But now OBS can do that. So it's like Streamlabs OBS, the only reason to use it is why? OBS could do that? Yeah, but like that's one of the appeals of Streamlabs OBS is that it was made by streamers for streamers instead of, you know, just using a broadcasting system. Broadcasting software.
Can't this thing dance any faster?
Best he could do a tie. It would be actually be really funny if he ended up tying for the rematch, because I think that would be the rule, right? If you tie in an official game, you have to replay it.
I can't dance any faster.
The citadel stands strong.
All right, hold on a second.
Job's done.
My hand is full.
Something happening to opponent's the Lark Druid. Oh, dude, no, my packs are on Pocket. I need Pocket to win. Alright, I'm kind of scared of this. This is the reason to not play Layover the way that I did. I could have just played Hellfire, but I wanted more eggs because I got greedy. I have to go for Elise.
I remember this place well.
Is close at hand.
technically alive. Oh, it's on the last game, too. Wait a minute.
I have but little time.
What's been happening to me? I think I just lose. The only line that I can even reasonably take. This is push button, hope that it kills. I was just certain that if I went for this, it was just gonna fail. I just thought I was gonna miss the RNG because I just wanted to find something else guaranteed, but that was it. That was it. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So close, so close. I'm so freaking close, man.
Nothing gets past my hounds.
Do I finally get away with it? Wait, doesn't that thing have the +1/+1 death rattle? Oh, it does.
The light dims, but we
There's no way he was stealing one with Rush. They all had Rush, and there were more copies of the death rattle that had the most amount of stats within it. So again, chat, you can't convince me that not taking the risk is not worth it.
Hey, I got you, friend.
He really didn't concede, but he basically... Exactly, dude. He knew the 5/5 was in hand. He was dead either way. That's the other big part of it. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. That was his third Doom Maiden, but he knew that he knew Pocket had +5 in hand, and he was at 8 with the 3-tag minion on the field. Skipping your turn is a guaranteed loss regardless. He knew what he did. Yeah, he did know. Yeah, he did kind of react the same way I would. Isn't a tie a win for both decks? There's a different format. No, ties are redone in the rare circumstances they happen. He forgot what Doom Maiden does. I feel like he was just mentally checked out at the end of that game. It's just the only thing that makes sense. He made multiple mistakes, it seems. And when that happens, you just kind of, you know, just deal with it. All right, go ahead, play your freaking ridiculous 4-mana card. Oh, that's not the ridiculous 4-mana card I was referring to. But that is one. So he's got 2 minions that'll survive this. Please don't play the other 4-mana card.
When I shoot ya, it's gonna hurt.
Okay.
The exit is this way.
Reporting for duty.
I might have to sacrifice my 8/8 for the Eat the Imp. I don't even know if it's a redo at 2-2. There's a giant wall of tiebreaker rules. I thought tiebreakers were just if they had the same score. But I guess if you're doing a tournament where it's like with losers and winners bracket, you kind of need a tiebreaker circumstance. Worst case scenario. Been playing Panther Mask plus Doomsayer as a clear for my Druid deck. I'm sorry, but what? live. I can live. Oh, let's go, dude. I'm alive. I live. I'm like Doomsayer. I live. Grant, that's a double sacrifice, but don't correct me. Makes the Doomsayer, oh, it's invisible. Okay, sure. I forgot about the stealth ability. I mean, Druid doesn't really have a lot of AoE. It's a way to do it, but it still it still sounds a little inconsistent in some ways. Good thing I saved the coin. Alright. It's so easy to beat Aggro Paladin, but it's really annoying how Aggro Paladin is still just in this state.
Go in. I consent.
Oh man. But Xandar coming in with the 15. Good to have you here, man. Thank you for that support. Welcome back to the Horde as we are continuing our onslaught with Egg Warlock. I'm currently 67% with it. When did that exist where tying the game was easier than just ending it? It wasn't like Colite Oracle Dex, was it? I'm gonna save the coin. Control Warrior with Control Warrior. Well, no, because if the turn limit is hit, then you go by whoever has the most amount of armor. You wouldn't redo after that. How does the tie happen?
Useful things, eager to share. Won't be long now.
Luciana? I don't understand what you're talking about with Luciana. You add 10 cards to your deck, you're still taking fatigue at a certain point. And again, if you reach the turn limit, the way that it works in tournaments is that whoever has the most amount of health would get the W there. There's already a clause for that. It's different with Archdruid literally forcing a tie and there's not a winner. You would have to make a different clause for that because it's not the same thing as reaching the turn limit. Yeah, turn limit is ladder only. In tournaments, there's a clause for it already. And I'm already aware of this clause because there was one time where it actually mattered. Hunter Ace versus Hot Meowth during Odd Warrior meta. He's actually killing the egg? What are you doing? I look away for a second and my opponent is misplaying. Luciana's going infinite? Yeah, because people were playing Brewmaster back in the day, right? Oh boy, Specialist. Never forget. We got the egg now. I think all we need to do now is just eat the eggs, and then we just cube it and probably win. Wait, he traded silence? Oh god, I have not been paying. Wait, hold on. So he chose to not silence the egg, or did he do that before I played egg? The mind games. Don't think about it too much. I mean, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't realize it was there until someone in chat said it. After I played the egg, he traded silence. Okay, that was not a smart play by my opponent then. No way he gets rewarded for his bad decision.
Inside voices, please.
Better make a good impression.
Umbra. hell is there to say, man? There's the Umbra. Hippie Clark? Oh, dude, I ain't no hippie. Trust me. I get too mad at video games to be a hippie. Peace and prosper, man. Except fuck you if you headshot me. Graciously the opponent to destroy the empty husk of the Aggro and then leaving it around as a reminder of what could have been. Tell the acid story again. What? Because because people do acid, they're suddenly a hippie. What happened to just being an addict?
I'm not afraid of the dark.
All right, hold on. Is that 30 health?
My people will regret their backs.
Wait, what? Wait, I thought this doesn't work if the Death Rattle minion was silenced. Okay, I guess I'll take it. Dude, that's so weird. If you cube it while it's silenced, how does it come back? It'll come back with it's as a original copy. Cube takes the original form of the card, not the current version. Makes a copy of it originally. That died? Yeah, but again, if a Death Rattle minion is silenced, it doesn't have a Death Rattle, and when it's killed, it doesn't count. I feel like I remember this being a thing. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, dude. As long as I can kill this, I'm fine. Wait, hold on. Did he get the value from this? Didn't even notice if he discarded anything.
We must hasten.
GG. He silenced my egg and still lost. Oh, he actually did hit the thing. We actually still could have lost. Could have, but didn't. Nice job! Nice job silencing the egg. Alright, chat, I found a deck I like. I really like this deck.
Won't be long now. Muzzle their magic.
Oh no.
Don't crack it.
Another
Oh,
tower
yo, that's
down.
a big minion.
I remember this place well.
I don't even want to copy here. I mean, I need to deal with the 610. I guess I gotta do this because in case I get whelp sick and cleared. You gotta crack the egg? Crack the egg for me. Crack the egg for me. Yes, you fool! Yo, Chris! Chris also converted their Prime to a tier 1. Dude, hold on a minute. So is this like a new feature? This is the second time I've seen this now. Thank you for that support, dude. Thank you for supporting us with your money. Not just Twitch's money, but your money. Good to have you here. Welcome to the Horde. Again? You were already part of it, but now you're just like... you're almost like a Prime Plus member or some shit, you know? Oh, it's a September feature? Oh, that's why. Okay. Because it's on discount as well.
Who could put a price
I've seen your luck,
on
and it's just like mine, so please keep the location every game. And scare me like that. Wait, what do you mean? You're always supposed to keep this, because like with Nidus Worm, like it's not guaranteed to always draw the cavern. And especially against like Rogue, I maybe could want cavern into layover on 4. Was there a notification for the sub? I mean, it's in the chat. I see it right now.
Blaze a trail. Fill the skies with a cascade of sparkles.
Oh, I pressed X for a mode on the location. Oh, what? All legendaries. Oh my god, the greed.
Fill the skies with a cascade of sparkles.
Oh my god, the greed, dude. Maximum tempo against Rogue, you better find an amazing random legendary.
Our courage will not wane.
Okay, I mean that's 18 damage to a 20/20, but that's still pennies.
Are you a fan of knives?
Okay, so now he can kill one 20/20, but now he's got no mana. So GG. No. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. He could play a legendary. There's also the chance of him drawing a ceaseless, so there's also that. Oh. Oh, okay. That's right. I was like, wait, he's below 15, but I forgot it's if I'm below 15. Okay. Bro, that was
Your crown will open the way.
Why not lay over there? I'll lay over your mom.
Speak to me.
Sacrifice. Pleasure of force.
You can't copy from chat? I can't put it in the description, no. You're just gonna have to wait until I post. I mean, I already posted it on Twitter if you want to grab it there. But if you can't grab it from the chat, then I'm sorry, but that's not my problem. That's your problem. I have already made it the easiest I can, and you could always just take a screenshot of the deck if that doesn't work. Like, I can't put it in the description. It wouldn't change it in time. Just gotta wait. I maybe could have played Curse Catacombs to go for like a Conflagrate, but that seems like a bit unnecessary risk. I really can't afford to keep taking damage like this though. The cultist is back with vengeance, man. seemed a bit unnecessary for him to do. I don't know, dude. This deck just seems really good against DK as long as you can do this combo before they have enough corpses to respond. And even then, like, about to have Umbra become a very legitimate, like, is this the reason why LVGE was able to climb in top legend with this? Because he was beating DKs over and over? That has to be the answer.
I remember this place well.
Can table flip into cube. I don't think I have to worry about dying on board. I'll have 22. He's got 7 mana. Like, what is he gonna do?
I commend your skill.
Didn't hero power. Hero power wouldn't have been enough, but I'm gonna full keep this hand. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I do want to play Angela because I'm a tank player in Marvel Rivals right now. I've been playing a lot of Hulk recently to try and learn him. I'm a Strange main. Doctor Strange is by far my the character I put the most amount of time in. It just is my best overall performing character. Oh, you love this melody? The Dream Theater melody? You're almost top 200 with this deck? Hell yeah, dude. More of a Hulk and Thing main. Here's the thing about being a tank.
I remember
That joke
this
never
place
gets old, by the way. Copy, discover spell. I kind of am hoping for another destruction card.
Blaze a trail.
How can I get better at Arena? I'm not that good at deck building. Experience. Arena is just knowing what your options are and choosing the right one. And sometimes you may not know the choices that you're being given. Another easy answer to that is just watch another Arena streamer. Watch an Arena streamer really analyze what they are doing differently. Ask yourself, would you honestly have made the same decision as them? Because if not, then you can learn.
Blaze a trail. Blaze a trail. Yeah.
This is such a fucking great game.
Job done.
Important question. What's the ETA on SCOM? Probably within the next hour. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I only wanted to do 2 hours of Hearthstone, but this deck is legitimately so awesome and so fun to play. So I've just been kind of like I actually enjoy playing the game when I play this deck. I got the 2020 first, and then the damage splits. so I might get double 2020 now. In fact, no, I get triple 2020. Oh my god! Wait, no, I could have made another copy. Oh, I'm an idiot. Missed opportunity to have 80 in stats. I could have had another 2020 chat. What's wrong with me? I got caught up in the glory. Dude, I don't know how, but this deck is really good into the Mech Warrior. It just goes to show how bad Mech Warrior is as a deck. Keeping this is just a bad idea. Yeah, so long. Thanks for all the fish.
Welcome to the collection.
How much is the fish, guys? Does for the love of God, does anyone know how much the fish is? They won't nerf it though. I mean, that's the sad thing. I don't even know how you nerf it outside of just nerfing it into the ground, because any nerf would just kill it. Resuscitate going to 6, I feel like would just be really bad for the deck, even though it would still like kind of thrive. I don't feel like you should nerf Resuscitate for that reason though. It's not even like the problem card in my opinion, but it does give it the gas. I just hate how the deck wins.
I remember this place well.
Against Rogue, armor is probably not a bad idea. I already have ways of making copies. I don't really have anything I want to make a copy of right now, except for maybe this. It looks crazy to say no to the copy, but again, like I already have ways to make copies. I just have to survive against Rogue.
This treasure ain't fit for our pirates.
Keep the minion up, I guess. We could just hold this for something else, like a fire rack. He's probably just about to do the Gnarlex turn, right?
Blaze a trail.
Save this for now. Would I get mad at Mind Vision Steel Priest? Oh, 100%. Thought Steal was like, okay. You have to realize, man. Priest is the class, the very first class that I despised with all of my heart. Hunter became the class I hated the most for a different reason. But the very first class that I ever hated was Priest. Why? Divine Spirit, Inner Fire. Despised it, hated every second of it. Do not bring me back to those times.
My dread blades crave blood.
Please don't make me go back, sir. I can't handle it. Oh wait, shit, I miscounted. Thank God I got the egg. Okay, we're fine. Don't mill Devolving Ooze, and we should be okay.
Are you a fan of knives?
Yes, I've heard of the YouTube Shorts drummer, Estepario Siberiano. I always butcher his name, but yes, he's probably the most talented drummer that I've ever laid eyes on. Not just the fact because he can play things super fast, but because his distribution of notes is like so freaking tight. The man is a literal metronome.
Now this is treasure.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell is going on here? Bro, what the? Mill the bomb. Ah, damn it. Okay, well. Milling bomb would have been based.
close at hand.
This is the cleanest way to get rid of everything. Like, I really didn't want to use layover yet, but I'm in a position to where it's just better to do it. This rogue is still taking a while. Fire Ack is becoming
Now this is
less
treasure.
reliable. Which, honestly, is that what this is gonna happen? So the X trades. I can play. Oh, I can't play my things yet. Just make it easier, especially if he keeps up the Divine Shield. Thank you, sir. Behold! My army. Is 35k dust for a deck expensive? Absolutely, yeah, that's ridiculously high. Sounds like there's at least 10 legendaries in that deck. Keep in mind, a legendary is 1600 dust. So 10 legendaries would be 16k. Well, that's almost twice that. That actually is more than twice that. Sounds like you got a lot of epics if you're doing that too. In fact, hold on a minute. 20 legendaries would be 32,000.
I get.
I don't know, man. Every single time I win a game with this deck, my dopamine goes up. If this deck had Ancient of Yore, it would literally be perfect. But it can't. We can't fit in the Yore. The Yore, unfortunately, is just too bad. Against another Warlock. Am I finally gonna get the mirror? I haven't seen a mirror yet. Hey yo guys, front page of HS Guru, and that's and that would be a win rate that would make people look at the deck and take it seriously. That's all we need. I might start seeing this deck more now. Borderlands 4 is peak, by the way. I can't stop playing it. I'm gonna have to ask my friend what his opinion of it is, because I imagine he's been spending most of his time playing it.
Won't be long.
All right, I think I gotta go all in on egg. So we egg into Flagrate. Can't squeeze him in instead of carrying it one warp. No, because Yor doesn't help with the deck. Drawing isn't the issue. It's surviving, and the 5 armor that you get for like by the time that you're playing Yor, you're already doing a whole bunch of other things. Why not Elise into egg 1-drop location? Because with this deck, I just need to play the 2020 soon. I've got like I'm not even thinking about Elise right now. I'm just thinking about pop egg, get 2020. Because of this matchup, like, I can kind of race them to a degree. Is Elise actually better here? Double EPM. I just want to keep popping egg, bro. I guess this is another reason why having a second copy of Nidus Worm isn't terrible, because you could always end up discarding it.
A frozen treat as sweet as me.
Channels by Infraction Music. I actually don't know about this track. Because the one before it was the Sephiroth theme.
Infinite
Yeah, this definitely sounds like something I would listen to.
Find another snack.
I found a sea urchin.
So this is exactly what I was talking about. This is why I went all in on just killing the egg. Because now I can do this, and what is he going to do about this? Come on! Yes! Now, even with the reborn, it's still death. Don't even need it. He did the quest on turn 7. Yes, he was very slow within this game. He didn't really get anything from the snow flurry, and his Solarium apparently
I
won.
found a sea urchin.
But your world is still doomed! It cannot be done.
Seems broken. I mean, hey man, I'm about to hope. I mean, I'm ending the day above a 60% with this deck, win or lose.
Not much time left.
Yeah, actually making egg meta, that's cinema. Wait a minute, he said start coming out. Oh god. Was it Voyage? I want to say it was Voyage, or was it Castle Nathria? Castle Nathria was after Voyage. Dark Moon Fair? Was it really that long ago? Jeez, Dark Moon Fair seems like it was another lifetime ago. First mini set technically was Galakron's Awakening. Dude, oh my god. Again, another timeline. I was working at Guitar Center still when I was when Galakron came out. I was still working at the call center. Is this deck better than Egg DK? I think so. Egg DK has more rough matchups. Wow, this deck has a surprising amount. Like having a constant minion on the field that you can always have value for EDM is just really good. Hellfire? Ba-ba-ba-boom! Most likely, we're always going for Nidus Worm, but I might go this into this once I have 6 mana.
Muzzle their magic.
So I could still go for 8/8. Do I ever wait? That might be an argument to wait. If he does the thing and plays 5-drop, it doesn't kill me. No, not off the top. Not off the top. Not off the top, man. They come with a set and have like 200 cards in it. They cut the boring, badly designed cards, launch the set, and then for the mini set, they just print out the garbage that didn't pass their seal of quality. I feel like that's not usually what happens. God! Top deck. I feel like that's not what happens. Usually with the mini set, what ends up happening is... Chat, we're fine. Okay, we're fine. Absolutely fine. But as I was saying, I think what usually ends up happening is like the cards that are in the mini set are like usually like the guaranteed, like there's one good card or like one meta-defining card within this set that'll drastically change things around. Like when Mutanus was in when Mutanus was in the mini set, obviously when StarCraft came out, that was a little bit of an exception though because everything was good. Freaking, I'm trying to think of other examples, but like the mini set cards, there's always like one card that just, it towers above the rest of them.
Finally, I can rest in peace.
Yeah, Skyla's another example. Titan Yogg, like there's countless examples. Big spell, a con man was goated.
You are not part of their plan.
Oh! Oh my.
Now this is living.
Oh, this definitely might make it succeed. Oh, boom! Ba-ba-ba-boom. I don't understand why a death rattle proc twice, but it did. We're just gonna roll with it. Because what probably happened is that the first one died before the Morrow died, and then its aura activated, and then Morrow died, and then the other egg died. So that's probably the order of operations. But again, it's sometimes difficult to tell if this is intended or if it's a bug, you know? Whenever I hear Dark Morrow's attacking sound, my brain rot makes me think, now this is pod racing. Now this is pod racing. Okay, hold on a minute. This bear's in my way. Wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. So is this where I say ba-ba-ba-boom again? The onslaught of my minions! This is what we wanted, right? Board-based gaming? Alright, is that 1,500? Top 1,500? I have to play one more. This is the top 1,500. Oh, my God. What a slow trek. My God. What? Only 45 points? Fine, I will play one more, but I will screenshot the 20 and 10 just so that way I have compelling data.